look what it's done to my account. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and complain. You know what I'm saying? Something has improved. Something has changed. It's obvious that being a part of the Crash Trading Club will monumentally increase your chances as a retail trader. I mean, it's unquestionable. So, really, I made this video to recount my trades, but at the end of the day, this is what everybody else could be doing if you guys weren't so fucking scared to pull the trigger. Join the group, take this shit seriously. Be up before market opens, get that coffee in hand, read the charts, have a game plan, trade a plan, and plan a trade and trade the plan. You know what I'm saying? And when you do that, you'll get the results you're looking for. What's good, guys? It's 777 Seth from the Crash Trading Crew. I'm back with another recap video for what I've done over the past 7 days with my baby account, what I've been able to learn, the opportunities I've been able to capitalize on, and really just to show you guys what the fuck you could be doing if you weren't scared to pull the trigger. Join the group, put your head down, take this shit seriously, make some bread. All right? Look at this 1 week chart. Look at this 3-month chart. It'll tell a better story. So back at December 2nd, December 3rd, right before Christmas, I figured I've been paper trading for 11 months. I know how the market moves. I can trade options. I keep a journal. I keep up with the news, and I tried. And just keep the long story short, I failed horribly, and I considered myself a more determined person than the average. I considered myself more readily practiced than the everyday trader, but based off of my results, obviously I wasn't. This fortunately was an account that I funded with money I was totally willing to lose. So it wasn't really, getting to me mentally, but to some degree, I had prided myself on the fact that I had taught myself to trade options, and that really, it just wasn't true. Um, then last week, I decided to finally stop playing around. I already lost $1,000. I could have been a part of the group already. Um, and I became a member of the group. And in just 1 week, it took my account from this measly $660 up to $2,100. And Alex doesn't trade for us. He doesn't tell us when to get in and out, but he gives us setups and allows us to execute, so that you can grow as a trader, which I am. And as you guys will see, I'm definitely improving on my entries and exits. Um, but let's just get into exactly what trades we took advantage of so that you guys can understand. So going back 5, 6 days, and just for some reference, I spent the past 5 days in the hospital. Fortunately, I'm healthy, nothing to worry about, but I had to be in the hospital to be monitored for a few days. And, anyway, I was in my underwear the whole time, eating shitty hospital food and pudding, and trying to make some money. So this is pretty much what happened. On the 18th, Alex called out that STMP was looking really weak at the top level. Earnings were coming up, and that after earnings, STMP had pretty much a 4 out of 4 chance of gapping down. Never in the past 5 or 4 earnings, I think, plays that we looked into, was there a move up or any type of bearish sentiment. There always was a gap down, and there always was continuation every single time. Not once in the history of STMP have we seen a gap down after earnings recover within the first 2 days. And that's something that I was really confident to play. So with my $600, I figured the risk was worth $420, right? That contract was 1 DTE, so that $420 could have been gone like that if today was the first time in history that STMP recovered. But I was pretty confident that today wouldn't be the first time in history that STMP recovered because I'm a pretty unlucky guy, but I'm not that unlucky. Okay. So anyway, I bought the contract at 6:40 a.m. for $420, and it wasn't the best fill. Alex kept it blunt with me. He told me that's pretty shitty, but um, nonetheless, I did get in before the move, and I did take advantage of it. I definitely could have got the contract for less than 400, for probably less than $300 if I had a good entry, just 5 or 4 minutes prior. But options are really volatile in the morning, and right at market open. It's hard to get good fills on Robinhood. I'm still working on that. I'm actually going to get the hell away from Robinhood, get on TOS so I can get more precise fills. But anyway, getting off topic. I closed that contract the next morning, 7:30 a.m. for $700. So in total, I took away $280 of profit, almost $300 on my $600 account. I 40%ed myself. You know, one overnight play, I took my account up 40%. That was huge for me mentally. As you guys saw, I was trending down harshly, but um, it gave me some confidence, you know, that I could take advantage of these plays. I wasn't being told when to get in and get out, but I was being given golden setups, you know, and figuring out how to trade for myself. Um, and so, based off of what I said, STMP had never recovered, and I figured, okay, I made $210. That contract that I just sold for $700 is now worth $900, so I could have made more money. And everything that I have in my notebook is telling me that I could have held it. So why don't I take a portion of my earnings, $70, risk it on the fact that risk it for the biscuit, you know, pretty much risk it on the fact that STMP will not recover for the first time today. And that's what I did. I took a next week expiring contract, way out of the money, and I held it over the weekend, sold it for $350. That was huge for me. I should have bought more contracts, but looking back, I think it was a wise play to divvy up my earnings and determine what I was willing to risk based off of what I earned that day, right? Um, so anyway, let's get into this week. We took Monday through Wednesday off. It was pretty dry. I didn't want to waste any of my day trades on anything that I didn't find extremely valuable. And so by today, I had all of my trades available and I had a bunch of liquid cash ready to go, right? Um, so Alex calls out BBY puts, and the first 15 minutes after market open, it's looking real bullish. Just green, engulfing, bullish engulfing candles. Really good, you know, Iron Horseman candles. Like to a regular trader, I probably would have waited for that first pullback and bought calls. And if I did that, I would have liquidated my account. But based off of the things that I've learned with the Crash Trading Club, the crew, and everything that Alex calls out, um, he basically said, don't let it fool you. The more bullish it looks, the better. When everybody thinks it's time to get in, when everybody thinks that the market's going to recover after these past two red days, that's the best time to buy puts. And so I put that theory into play, and I bought one contract for $160. And that's really cheap, you know, because I had like 800 bucks to work with. So I tried to average down, but I missed my good entry. And when I realized it was time to get in, I bought the contract for 180 bucks. I now have two puts expiring tomorrow, the 26th on Friday. And I didn't hold them very long because that move took place and it took place quick, you know. But while I did hold it, I went ahead and got into Tesla puts based off of the weakness I was seeing in the market overall. And Tesla, as we know, is a market leader. When the market's weak, Tesla's really weak. And so once we saw Tesla break a key level, I got into a quick scalp play. I bought one contract for $174 and another contract for $160. Obviously, to get contracts this cheap on Tesla, they're like way out of the money, like $100 out of the money, pretty much, maybe like 75. But with the amount of gains that were possible, Tesla's already seen 620 yesterday. With a 655 put, I could be up to a couple $1,000, you know, if I get the nice move down that I'm hoping for. Unfortunately, I didn't get that move down, but I was able to close those contracts for a total of 420. Adding up what I paid for them, it was like what 200 plus 80, 816 is 300 something dollars, and I sold for 420. So I got about a 40%, 30% gain on that play. Just a quick scalp. I was pretty happy with it. Definitely could have been better. Um, as everybody probably knows, Tesla ate shit today. But nonetheless, I made money, so I'm not crying. So back to those BBY puts. I held those a little bit longer. I held them till 8 a.m. As you guys can see, I only trade for like 2 hours. Like I've only been in the market for a total of 6 hours to take my account from 600 bucks up to $2,300. I closed one contract for $630, and I closed another contract at 385, which was pretty much a Jew move. But you know, I have had a long experience of losing money trading options, so I was just ready to walk away with some money, pretty much, to keep it blunt. Um, I'm improving on these entries and exits. I definitely could have seen, if I was looking in the right places, reasons to hold the contract. You know, the SPY, we're talking futures, uh, various sectors showing weakness, um, volume, you know, all these things that could have pointed to reasons why I should have held that contract. But at the end of the day, I closed out with some good profits. Look what it's done to my account. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and complain. You know what I'm saying? Something has improved. Something has changed. It's obvious that being a part of the Crash Trading Club will monumentally increase your chances as a retail trader. I mean, it's unquestionable. So, you know, really, I made this video to recap my trades, but at the end of the day, this is what everybody else could be doing if you guys weren't so fucking scared to pull the trigger. Join the group, take this shit seriously. You know, be up before market opens, get that coffee in hand, read the charts, have a game plan, trade a plan, and plan a trade and trade the plan. You know what I'm saying? And when you do that, you'll get the results you're looking for.